There are those who seem to be determined to find fault with Freemasonry. Nothing about our fraternity is good. It sometimes turns into the life work of some of the more feverish anti-Masons, although some of these are in reality anti-Masonic businessmen trying to make a few dollars by telling known falsehoods about the fraternity. One claim made by more than a few anti-Masons is that Freemasonry is a secret society. It's usually said or written with a sinister overtone, implying evil doing on our part and our desire to keep secret all of our foul deeds. It's a no-win trap. If we deny the charges and say that we are not a secret society, but only a society with secrets, then they yell that we are playing word games. They will demand that we tell them everything concerning the ritual obligations and modes of recognition. If we refuse, then we confirm, by their logic, that we are as they claim. I've read a few Masonic papers suggesting that we stop allowing the anti-Masons to write the narrative and embrace the idea that we are indeed a secret society. I tend to agree with these Masonic authors. Those who wish to think poorly of us will do so, no matter what we say or how we define ourselves. The fact is that we do have ceremonies that we do not make available to anyone who is not one of us. Calling them secrets is fair. Taking that to the next level and saying that anything that is unknown to everyone is evil is not fair, but is just how these types operate. They are what they are. But this brings us to the point of this paper. Exactly what is a Masonic secret? And I mean beyond what we normally understand as secrets. Should our minutes, our bank account numbers, or the social security numbers of all of our members be available to anyone who asks? What's the difference between private and secret? Are we obligated to do what anyone wants under the threat of spreading falsehoods about us? Truthfully, I don't care what nuts think or say about us. I take an extremely dim view of handing blackmailers any control over us. But what are members entitled to know about our own organization? I once heard a lodge treasurer say that the lodge is not entitled to know all that exists about the lodge finances, as they would probably not understand and cause problems in the smooth running of the business end of the lodge. I find this way of thinking insulting and disturbing. A treasurer needs to report to the lodge as often as the lodge says that he needs to report. If he does not want to do this, then the lodge needs a new treasurer. Neither individual offices nor little groups can withhold important information about the lodge from the lodge members. The lodge belongs to the members. Because lodge secretaries and treasurers often hold office for sometimes many years, they can at times let the job go to their head. All officers need to remember that they hold office to serve, not to feed their ego. The members of a lodge are not outsiders. They are fully entitled to know all the details of the functioning of the lodge. The flip side of the coin is that the business of the lodge is the business of the lodge. Those who are not members of a lodge do not have a right to demand information about the lodge operation. Grand Lodge accepted. The worshipful master of a lodge is fully within his rights to announce that the business of the lodge is to remain within the lodge. Such a statement must be with the understanding that this would include the Grand Lodge. If a worshipful master would announce that the Grand Lodge is not to be told of anything going on within the lodge, then this is a clue for every thinking member of the lodge to report such statements to the district deputy. Privacy regarding the business of a lodge is a serious matter, and it is not for the inexperienced. It's one of the reasons why brand new Masons should not be run through the chairs of the lodge. If a charge is made against a member of a lodge, it needs to be investigated. A charge is not a conviction. Many charges are not considered as they lacked any fact at all or are shown to be simply disagreements with no violation of Masonic law at all. But if a charge is made and then one who learns of it starts spreading around that brother so-and-so did this or that, then he could be the next one facing Masonic charges. We must know how to be discreet in all matters of Masonic business. What to say and what not to say in regard to Masonic trials is something that can vary from Grand Lodge to Grand Lodge. In the days of the old operative Masons, one who violated any of the laws was usually openly and loudly thrown out of the group. The operatives wanted everyone to know that this guy was not one of them any longer because of his actions. Their work depended on their reputation, so they would make clear examples of anyone who might tarnish their reputations. Modern Grand Lodges working as speculative Masons operate differently. Some Grand Lodges feel the need to keep Masonic trials private. In such cases, only certain Grand Lodge officers will know the details of the trials. Other Grand Lodges operate with a variety of different levels of transparency. Intent is always important when trying to understand why something happened. It is possible that poor judgment resulted in someone talking about a Mason losing his job or his wife leaving him or any personal matter. But if it is simply a lack of caring about the feelings of a brother, then it is a very sad commentary on Freemasonry today. We must have the wisdom and awareness of the feelings of others to guard our words and keep private the matters of others. Even if a brother does not come out and say that what he is saying to us is private, we must use discretion. We must have the sensitivity and understanding to realize what would be painful if spread around. We need to use common sense. If we do not show good judgment with our brothers, then we can hardly claim to have benefited from any of the lessons of Freemasonry. As with so many things, we need to find a balance with all aspects of dirty laundry in Masonry. Yes, some will try to find or make up terrible things to try and show that we are one step away from Hell's Gate. Ignore them. But some Masons will speak out of turn on sensitive matters concerning individual Masons, lodges, and even Grand Lodges. Other Masons will try to keep silent about lodge matters that should be available to lodge members. In all of these things, our answers are found in what we teach. Light brought to falsehoods, ill deeds, or cries for guidance will ultimately bring good. Thank you for watching. If you enjoy the videos, please hit the like button and subscribe to us. Please pay a visit to the Cornerstone Book Publishers website at cornerstonepublishers.com for outstanding Masonic education. See you next time.